This podcast may contain adult material. Mature audiences only, please.
Welcome back to Me and Mrs. Always Right. I am your host, Me. I thought you were going to make it through that one.
I thought so too. I couldn't. I'm Mrs. Always Right.
Coming to you live from that little trailer park in Dalhart, Texas.
It really is a city. It's actually in Dallam and Hartley counties.
Ah, see, that's where Dalhart comes from. I just thought somebody thought Dallas had a heart, but we both know that isn't true.
That's a lie. That's a
so
lie.
Dalhart, Texas, right?
Yes.
And so Dallam and
Hartley
County. So it's on the county line. So that's like Texoma. I mean, they got lazy and just combined the name.
Yeah.
Hey, what we gonna name our city that's up here in Dallam County? Well, it moved over into whatever county.
Hartley.
Thank you. It moved over into Hartley County. Well, how about Dalhart? Hey, genius, Bob. Let's go get a beer and cook up some meth. Cook up some meth.
Yeah. So, maybe they made the city specifically to go over the county lines like that.
I don't think anybody specifically makes a city, right? I mean,
it's just where they settle and go, I claim this for Spain.
So you think about that. And I know it's probably way off what we were talking about, but so let's just say back in the day, you're driving your your wagon.
Right.
Uh-huh. And you're like, you're just, you can't listen to a radio because they didn't have any.
Right. You're listening to the children. They probably didn't fight much because, they knew.
Daddy whooped that ass.
They'd get it.
So you're listening to the wind blow across the prairie and your horse fart every now and then, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mama's like, are we there yet? And you're like, fuck it, right here. Probably be a river. So let's just say in our area, the Trinity, right? You see the tree, because most cities are founded by fresh water.
Yes.
But it's like, does it take more than one person? And then somebody else comes along and they're like, hey, we like what you got going on here. And then another person comes. I don't know. Some
cities, though, things like that happen, but they were there for a reason. Like, oh, I'm going to find gold. And then they find gold and more people just start coming and settling. And,
well, I mean,
it builds up and.
It's not the people panning for gold that gets rich, right? It's the guy who sells the fucking shovel in the pan.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, give me that guy's shop over out there panhandling gold.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Panhandling, panning for gold. Panhandlers when you're like begging for shit.
Have you ever like panned for gold or anything like that?
No, but I did dig for diamonds.
You did dig for diamonds, yes.
Didn't find any.
I know.
And apparently,
you know what? We could have found something and not even known it. I'm just saying.
Well, we don't know what a fucking raw diamond looks like.
I don't. I was expecting diamonds to look like they do in the
they're so sparkly.
Store. Yeah, they look like fucking rocks.
Well, they are rocks. They're just made of carbon.
Yeah. You could bring me a handful of rocks and half of them would be diamonds and I wouldn't have the first clue. I wouldn't.
You'd throw them all away.
I probably would. So we could have found diamonds and not even known it. But that was fun. Did you think it was fun?
It was great.
Oh, God. Nope.
It's just the third time I went to say something and the power hose just rocking right on. Speaking of power host, what did you get us?
So I did get us some business cards. So now we have cards that we can hand out, which, of course, you're not happy with because I never do anything right.
I mean,
apparently.
It's about time you fucking understood it, is all I'm saying. I've been telling you that for years.
I know. So,
you do some things right. You do a lot of things right. So let's not bullshit there because I wouldn't eat asparagus for goddamn, I was 45 years old.
Probably.
And then for 3/4 of our marriage, you're like, just try it. And I'm like, no, fuck that. Mm-hmm. And then I tried it one day and it's like my favorite vegetable, but only when you make it.
Really?
For the most part, I hadn't really eaten anybody else's asparagus, but you get used to a certain flavor.
That's true. You get used to it a certain way. I agree. And
then you cooked it in the air fryer.
I did try it in the air fryer.
And you burnt the tips on it. And for some real weird reason, that was good.
You know why I attempted it in the air fryer? Because
No, I don't.
I like to make vegetables in foil on the grill. And I know on the grill that they do crisp up, because you've got that flame kissing them and,
what's up with that?
Yeah. And so apparently the air fryer is kind of the same thing. And they were good. I'm with you.
They were good. You
liked
did
it
a good
like
job.
that. Thank you.
It's
liked
about
it
time
like
you
that.
started fucking cooking again.
Yeah. Every day.
So what?
Day.
I mean, my whole question for commenting on the business cards.
Yes.
What was the titles you gave us? I can't remember. Under my name, it said
like producer and host, because
right.
you are a host and you do produce it because
do.
you fucking do everything. If you listen to you, and you're always ribbing me about, oh God, look, now you're the power host because you never fucking shut up, and you basically sound just like that.
Is that just like that?
Yes. So when I ordered business cards, which you're not happy with, and it's not because of what I titled
I think they're fine.
us.
No, I'm fine with them. I just wanted to make sure that was the path you wanted to go.
Well, to tell you the truth, I didn't even think about
that. But are you
at
okay
the time.
with that? It's
I'm
not
okay with
it's not
it.
that people really don't know who we are.
That's true. That's
or
true.
Couldn't
Normally,
find out.
Very true. Very, very true.
So we gotta. Man, when am I going to stop saying so? I mean, really.
I don't
know. When are you
going
to stop clearing your throat?
Excuse me. No, I'm just kidding.
I mean, we've always tried to have some sort of just quote unquote an anonymity, privacy, but
right.
I mean, it wouldn't take a rocket science to find out who we are.
It's not. I mean, if you go on our page and we have pictures and writing with Mrs. Wright that you don't even do anymore.
Let's do it. I need to get the new camera. We can use that camera.
We got a new camera?
I want to get one.
Oh, you want to get one?
I do want one.
Actually, because that's not what he originally said. He wants me to get him one.
No, I will get one of the two. There's another thing I want, and they're both expensive.
Okay, there's three things that he wants, and they're all three expensive.
The camera.
What
we discussed at Walmart.
Yes.
I don't remember what the other one was.
Some air tank, blah blah, something.
Oh, that
blah,
Ryobi
blah.
air compressor. Yeah, I can pick that up down the road.
Well, my thing is, we've got a little air gun that works perfectly fine.
Yeah,
so
but this one has a little air tank on it, right? And you turn it on, and it goes just like that, and it builds up in the air tank, and then you don't have to sit there and hold that trigger. You just like put air in. It's fine. It's fine. I'll buy it. It's for me. I mean, I'll buy it. What would you like? Would you like a battery operated air compressor?
No, I'm good with what we have. I don't have to get anything else. If we have something that works for what you want something else for, then why?
Because it works better.
It works better.
How about you vacuum better than the robot does? Let's get rid of that.
You know what? It's not like I couldn't clean our floors. It's not like I don't clean the floors anyway.
But you like the robot.
I like the convenience of it. You're right. I do love her. I absolutely love her. And if she ever breaks, which I actually thought I killed her one time.
Oh, when she ran over the poop?
When she ran over the poop.
Ugh.
It was gross. I really thought I ruined her.
I'm glad you cleaned that, because that's like...
First of all, I knew you wouldn't clean it anyway.
I had to clean the money out of the dog shit.
No, you did not. Me and one of our children stood at the sink and cleaned that. You had nothing to do with it.
I can't play in shit. Thank you. Hello. I can't do it. I cannot physically...
You leave it down and let him eat it.
The money.
Yes.
Yes.
The money. And then
I could not, because I can't. That's $100 I was just going to have to lose, is all I'm saying, because I can't play and do. You saved us.
I always save us. Somehow, I always save us. I don't know.
I can't play and poop. I just can't.
Well, not that I was playing in it. I had a task at hand that I was doing. I wasn't playing by any means, because that's just gross.
So that was completely off subject.
Yes. I don't even know what the subject is.
We were getting another camera so we could do Riding with Mrs. Wright and start redoing our promo vids.
Oh, okay.
So I need to get, I
need to get a second job.
No, you're fine. I want to get the GoPro 10.
Okay.
And the wireless mic I use doing that has a new model out that has 2 mics. So we don't have to hold one. And
I thought you got 2 mics to begin with.
No, that's one mic. Wireless mic for the GoPro. That's one. But I'm going to get the one that has 2 so we don't have to share. And no matter where we are, we could be 30 feet away from each other and still talk.
Okay.
And it would be good for doing a show on the road because those mics are actually really good quality.
Are they?
They really are.
Oh, wow. That's nice.
Yeah. So, because I do want to start doing side-by-side videos. But the last one I did, we rode, and I had about 48 minutes of putting around.
Right.
So I got to learn how to created. I can't say it. Help.
Creatively.
Edit. For content, video. And if I can learn to do audio, I can learn to do video. But then when am I going to have time?
I don't know. Because, I mean, I seriously, I don't have time for anything. I don't know why.
Because the couch needs held down. Gravity in the fucking living room is spectacularly less. And if you are not on the couch to keep the couch down, it could possibly float away.
But if I'm not on the couch, I'm doing laundry or cooking or mowing the yard or something. I'm doing something. Yes, I'm always doing something. Absolutely. So we were speaking of poop.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I know that's your most favoriteest subject there anyway.
Man, who wants to talk about poop?
Well, I mean, first of all, our very first episode was about poop.
No, it was about pooping with the door open.
Right. But it's still poop. It's still poop.
No.
Why is it not poop?
It's pooping. It's the act of pooping. Not playing in poop. But anyway, go ahead.
Well, no,
That's one way to derail a fucking show, but go ahead.
I was just going to say, is there ever a time that you remember any of your children either really embarrassing you or B, just really making a mess, A, in public, or B, in your household?
What, in the car?
Oh, in the car. Okay. Okay.
I went through this phase.
You went through a phase? Man,
so when I got my first real job where I was starting to make real money, I came across this car that I wanted. And I really, because you know how I am. You know how I am.
Oh, I know. I know how you are. I got to have it right now. I can't wait. So very impatient.
I had a very young daughter. This was before the son was born. And I thought the 1978 Camaro was the perfect family car.
Of course you did.
Of course I did.
I mean, I would not expect anything.
Really? It had T-tops.
Well, there you go. I mean, that makes you a stud right there. So, it's a Camaro and it's got T-tops and... Yep.
1978 baby blue. Z28.
Oh, God.
With T-tops was the perfect family, and I wanted that car.
You're so
and I took my first couple of checks, and I bought that car. And the first wife was not particularly happy that I'd made that choice.
No,
but we had a car.
Well, that is true. Now you do have transportation.
Yes.
I'm probably not going to say it was very reliable.
It was really reliable. It started every day, except that day it didn't. But that's a whole nother story, and I'll tell that one.
Okay.
But our young daughter was in her car seat in the back.
Yes.
And we were like, kid takes a shit in her diaper, right? And you can smell it.
Oh, you definitely can
you're
smell
like,
it.
Man, that kid's shit. We need to change her when we get home.
Right.
So we get home, and I open the door, and I reach in there to get her out. When I lifted her up, it had volcanoed up her butt crack. Straight up her butt. And I'm like, nope, I am out. Done.
Wow, you're a crappy parent.
I abandoned my child right there. I left her to the wolves. I'm like, you're grown. You're tough. You can fend on your own.
You can make it on your own now.
You're not going to die. And good thing her mother came back for her. Or she would have been living in the wild in Arlington, Texas, right there on the on the streets at about 1. So.
Aw, that's terrible.
Man.
So I'm just assuming around 1 she was probably teething, and that's when they usually get shits like that.
Yeah. Well, no, it might have been a little younger, right? Because around 1, she was right. Well, actually, on her first birthday.
Yeah.
This poor child. So on her birthday, we're like, "You're done with bottles. You're a big girl." And she goes, "Yeah, I'm a big girl." And we took her bottles. We made her gather up all her bottles and throw. And she didn't touch a bottle after that.
Oh wow, good for her.
Didn't work with our son.
Well,
totally different story.
Yeah,
but she was just like, "Yeah, fuck them bottles, done."
You know, and that's our number 4 daughter right there. But our number 3 daughter, when she was little, she took a pacifier, right?
Okay.
And I remember for whatever reason, she was probably 2, close to 3, between 2 and 3. And she got money, I guess, for her birthday or something like that. And you know what she spent it on?
No.
Pacifiers.
She bought pacifiers.
That's what she wanted.
Well, I mean, that was your guidance.
Money.
I mean, she couldn't get to the store. Unlike me, you probably didn't abandon your child when she shit up her back, and you were there for her growing up.
Well,
right?
that did happen in the kitchen.
I mean, I left my child
chair.
I left my child to a pack of wolves because she had shit on her back. I'm like, you're gonna die. I'm gonna miss you.
Now, children are very honest and very truthful when they're little.
Yes, they are.
Did they ever just seriously just embarrass you and you're like, oh God.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yep.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Is it anything you can share?
Sure.
Okay.
So right at about the ripe old age of 1, which is about, I mean, she was very, kids are smart, but she was very perceptive and she learned very fast.
Mm-hmm.
And one time, I'm like, Brooke, and I put my middle finger up like that, and I said, say sit and spin. And she put her middle finger up, and she said sit and spin.
Oh, they're like sponges at that age.
Well, she went to be babysat by my ex-wife's parents, who are very, very, very religious.
And you taught her such nice things.
I did. And I
such nice
they're
things.
like, seriously, they're at their house right now preparing for the second coming of Jesus. I mean, the dude's on his way, okay? Right? This is how religious these people are.
Okay.
And apparently she got in trouble and she propped that middle finger up and she's like, sit and spin. So I had to hear that story.
Oh, yeah, that's really bad. I have a story close to that. I might have said this story, but I'm not real sure. Back when my kids were little, of course, none of them could decide on if we went out to a fast food chain. They couldn't decide on one. Everybody had to have something different.
Oh God, I know. You've told me this story, but go ahead. Yeah.
All right. So I know, luckily, everybody wants something different. And luckily there, by where we were living, there was each place that they all wanted all together.
Ask me how I know.
I know. You used to work over there.
And I did work over there.
That was one of the places we were going.
When we were talking about how close we've been before we were in our relationship.
Right, our 6 degrees of separation.
Yep.
Yes. So, of course, this child wants this child wants that, this child wants another. So they're all 3 right there. We go to one place and, I'll say it. It was Wendy's first. Okay. So we go.
Ain't nothing wrong with Wendy's.
So I enjoy Wendy's and I'm glad that they have the 4 for $4 because I like it. I'm not gonna lie.
Good. I'll take you out there on our next date.
And it's cheap.
$4. I'm good.
It's $4.30 for a meal. You get like a small little hamburger, French fries, 4 little nuggets, and a drink.
Is this an ad for Wendy's, or can we continue with the story?
Okay,
Hashtag not sponsored. Call us, Dave. Apparently now we have a card.
So we go to.
I think Dave's dead.
Yeah, it's his daughter running it now.
Wendy, call us.
She might have sold it or something.
Anyway,
Who knows?
Go ahead.
Anyway, so we pull up and we make the order that we're making at Wendy's, and the youngest, our third daughter, is in her little car seat, so she's young and very truthful and honest at this age. We pull up to pay the tab that we owe and get the food, and the daughter looks over at the person running the window and literally gets the shakes.
Cringes.
Shaking, cringing, and she goes, "Ooh, mama, she's ugly." I was horrified because I heard this child, and I didn't know whether to apologize to this.
No, you just act like it
female,
don't happen,
or just pretend it didn't happen. And if she heard it, okay. Now, truthfully, the woman was homely.
Kids don't lie.
No, but I would never say anything like that to anybody.
Kids lie. When they're in trouble.
Yeah, when they get older.
But kids are brutally honest.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, if you got a 2-year-old that walks up to you and she like, dude, you're ugly. I mean, you might want to do something about your face. Is all I'm saying.
Yeah. So anyway, needless to say, I didn't say anything. But then I had to go to McDonald's right next door. And I'm like, please don't let this person be ugly. Please don't. I kept saying that in my mind. And it's real funny. We're talking about kids. So I actually was talking to one of my coworkers, one of my co-janitors that I work with. And he was telling me that he was somewhere with his son, and this little kid came running up to him and was tugging on his shirt saying, "Mister, Mister, Mister." And he's like, "Yeah, what do you want?" And he goes, "Oh, you're fat." And he just giggled and ran away. And I'm like, oh. He said he couldn't do anything but laugh because he was like, "Yeah, I know I'm fat, but thanks, kid." What are you going to do?
Call Jenny.
I think he said the kid was like
Jenny.
3 or 4. Jenny. I think he said the kid was like 3 or 4 or something like that. And I was just like, yeah, kids are so honest.
I looked that kid right in his eye and been like, it's coming for you.
Aw,
you will be right here 40 years from now.
No, that's just mean.
It's true, though.
Not necessarily. There are people that get old that don't get fat.
Who?
Well, I mean, I don't think I know them specifically.
Oh, gotcha.
I'm just saying there are people. I have seen older people that are not fat. A lot of movie stars are not fat. But if I had that much money, guess what? I wouldn't be fat either.
Well, I mean, our metabolism slows down.
It does.
When we get older.
It does.
But men age different than women anyway.
Oh, absolutely.
We get a little bit of belly fat, get a little chunky. But we still look good. We get better looking with age.
Get more distinguished, actually.
Men, well, whatever. Get better. Men get better. A woman's prime.
No, they don't get better with age. Okay, you don't get better. You just look better.
That's what I said.
No, not what you said. 2 different things here. You have not changed in the years we've been together.
I think a woman's prime is her 20s to 30s. And a man's prime is probably his 40s to 50s.
I would agree with that. I would.
Yeah. Really?
Excuse me. Yeah. Not bad manners, just good beer.
So your kid never shit on you like mine did?
Not on me. But yes, we have.
Were you the person that cleaned up the poop too?
Well, of course I was. If fathers. And I'm not saying every father, okay?
I'm not going to argue with you on this one. Keep going.
But most mothers are motherly, and they're the ones that clean up the vomit and the poop.
Y'all were made for this shit, not us.
How were we made for this?
You carried the little fuckers in your bellies.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
We didn't. We carried
No.
them in our ball sack. It had nothing to do with anything.
I know.
And then and then you pop them out, and then that's a messy process. So you had to clean that up, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, luckily we didn't have to clean it up.
In today's age, yes, you get medical, but back then you would have to.
Oh yeah,
mop that shit right up off the cabin floor, and then get right back out plowing the fucking field.
Yeah.
Damn straight.
Oh yeah, yes. You know,
fucking women.
Technically, you guys are just fucking lazy from the get go.
How did y'all let men suppress y'all? Y'all had the power. Y'all still have the power.
We still have the power.
You have the one thing that every man wants.
Okay. All right. So you know what? You get none till you help around the house.
Okay.
Is that what you want me to do?
Sure. Go ahead.
Okay. There you go. Done.
Because I got my hand, girl.
Okay.
I'll be fine.
Okay. All right. Okay.
And she can be anybody she wants to be.
Oh, you're so sweet.
Thanks, babe.
Okay. Now, so do I just stop doing stuff and let you figure out what you need to do, or do I tell you what you need to do? No. I'm just asking for a friend, because I don't know how it works, I know.
I know this is going to be hard to believe coming from a good-looking guy like me.
Uh-huh.
But I was single at one time.
Okay, and I'm sure, I don't know, you found somebody at least once a week to do your laundry and everything.
I mean, is that illegal?
No. But what I'm saying is, I cannot understand how some people are in relationships, and I know specifically people in relationships.
Well, good. I mean, I'm glad.
You know, the guys, will help or do the dishes or do cooking.
Keep them. You're not allowed over there.
I don't understand.
You're not allowed over there.
How some guys will be willing to help and other guys just don't. I don't understand it.
I help in different ways.
No.
So what do you do?
My brain is just...
Baby, all my clothes get into the dirty hamper.
For the most part.
I'm trying to get better about making sure all the dishes you cook, I put up the paper plates.
So most of the time.
I try to.
Mm-hmm.
I try to make sure, I number one, this morning, made sure you had creamer for your coffee. There was only enough for one more cup. I made sure you got that.
Right. I did have creamer in the freezer. I did take it out. So now everybody has creamer
that's fine.
now.
But I didn't know that.
Right. Well, but I do.
But I made that sacrifice for you.
Thanks. I try to keep powdered
didn't hear your
creamer.
Sincerity.
No. I try to keep powdered creamer.
It's not the same.
In case we run out of creamer, I can fall back on powdered creamer. I'm okay with that. I drink powdered creamer in my coffee for a lot of years, and I don't know how I got into the flavored creamer, but...
Because your husband's a puss and doesn't drink straight coffee.
I can't drink black coffee either. I mean, I can't. I just can't.
It's a little tangy.
I can't.
Being married
I want
to me,
to.
If being married to me is that
okay,
bad,
it's done.
why do you stay married?
I
told you this weekend. We could draw up papers.
Well, I thought you said you were sending me papers
I just
anyway.
need to know. What are we keeping and what are we not keeping? Not keeping. What are we separating? I'm going to be a nice guy. You can have the house. It's all yours. Take it.
Well, I thought you were going to keep it.
No.
Why?
Because it's got a big yard. I get an apartment. Yard maintenance included.
Oh, okay. So you don't want to do the yard work?
No.
I know.
I mean, I don't want anything to change in my life. So I'm going to get an apartment.
Okay, get an apartment. It's cheaper, and then you'll have the money to A, hire somebody, or B, just have
and
somebody
apartments
else
these days
do
aren't
it.
cheaper.
No,
I know
really.
a kid. I say kid, young man,
mm-hmm.
who is moving to an apartment closer to work.
Okay.
And that apartment is over $1,500 a month.
What the?
For a one bedroom.
What?
Yepers.
No way.
Yep.
Oh my God.
Actually, it's 16 something.
Jesus Christ. So
Rent,
you basically have to have two jobs just to even pay
if you want to live
rent.
in a decent, and I'm just saying decent part of town.
Wow. And,
You know,
and
you
what
can
really
always-
is a decent part of town nowadays?
Someplace you don't get murdered or get your truck stolen.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, crime is going to happen in every...
Yeah, you just don't want it to happen every day.
Well, that is true.
Okay. I mean, yes, crime is going to happen. Everybody has the same probability of having something stolen once or twice.
Yes.
You don't want it to be stolen every day.
You'd be
like,
true.
I just got that motherfucker back.
Yes.
Please don't take it again.
Yes, I would agree there.
So yes, when it comes, I will go get an apartment, but it's not cheaper.
Okay.
Well, I just need you to quote unquote lease me the garage. You get the house, I want the garage. But under a lease, I'll pay for it.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I just got a lot of stuff that needs a garage space.
Oh, okay.
Okay. $25 a month. I'm already, look how much I'm paying for an apartment. I'm saving money. I gotta save where I can.
Oh, okay.
And you get the dogs and the cat, and then everything else we can just split up.
I thought we agreed. You get all the animals.
Won't let me take them. Apartments won't let me take them.
Well, let's sell the house. We both get a department.
We ain't selling this fucking house.
Then,
we're not selling this house.
Okay, fine.
Work too hard to get this house. Take the house, shove it up your ass, but take the fucking house.
Well, then I might poop all over myself. I'm just, I mean, it's possible.
I hear you.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for hanging out with me on a Sunday night.
Oh, no problem.
Our football team won.
Yes. Now, I have a question about that.
Sure.
So I know that we used to be very adamant about watching football every week.
We did.
Every time the Cowboys played, which that's my team. Fuck y'all if you don't like them. I don't care. Because I've liked them probably more than a lot of y'all have even been alive. But, so that's my team no matter what. But we used to watch them a lot. Then we went through a period of time for years that we did not watch them, and now
reason.
all of a sudden,
man,
you're starting to watch again.
This team has me intrigued and hopeful, and I hate that.
Why? That's what you want from your team. You want to be hopeful.
Sweetheart, when I moved to DFW, I became a Cowboys fan in 1989. You know what their record was in 1980? Shut your fucking mouth.
Okay.
You know what their record was?
Whatever.
You know what the record was in 1989?
Tell me what the record was.
1-15. I suffered through that and still became a fan.
Well, that's
and I
good.
watched that team grow. And my buddy and dear friend Jimmy Johnson, right, coached that team. We went to Super Bowls. That was the glory days. And then we had some ups and downs and the Switcher years and the Dave Campo years. And then here's what ended up happening. Our son.
Yes.
Okay. Sorry to say our son has no idea what it's like to see the Cowboys win a Super Bowl, and he's 26.
Yes.
So I've decided that I was no longer going to watch a team where nothing changed except the players and the coaches. But the one man running the show won't change shit. But this year, this team has me intrigued.
Right.
And they're playing really good. And I like Dak Prescott. So, yeah, I'm watching here and there. We missed most of it. I forgot it was on. But.
It's okay. But I mean, it's not like he's a new owner. You see what I'm saying?
But maybe so I told myself I wasn't going to watch anymore until a new owner came, or until something changed.
Okay.
But I don't want this to end up being that like when Romo was playing and they had that 14-2 season and they took a shit in the playoffs. I hope this team does well, but I have no hope that they will. I have no faith that they will.
Right.
But today's game, and not to get off on a sports tangent, but today's game they would have typically lost.
Yes, they shoot themselves in the foot with penalties that
and they don't recover.
No.
And they do stupid shit. But although there was a couple of mistakes in the game, and you're going to have mistakes in the game,
I
have to find a way to win.
Yes.
And they found a way to win. If they can keep this up, we might have hope.
Yeah. So this actually makes the fifth game in a row that they said that they had won so far.
Yep. 5-1.
So that's awesome.
So we'll see.
That's awesome.
All right. So let's not start sucking each other's dick just yet.
Exactly.
Okay?
I can tell you way back in the day when I actually started watching the Cowboys way back way back in the
do
day.
you want to show me on the doll where?
Just show me, yeah.
where
Well,
Troy
he
hurt your feelings?
wasn't even. I don't even think he was born or thought of at the time. But now, let me just throw a couple of names out there, and y'all will know way back when I started watching them. Tom Landry was the coach.
Well, goddamn, he coached a team for 30 years, so
He
that
did
could have been at
coach.
any time.
Okay, Roger Staubach was the quarterback.
Okay.
You had players
So late
like
70s.
You had players like Tony Dorsett.
I mean, the
Drew Pearson.
real football players.
Exactly, real football players. So that's how long I've been a fan. So technically, the year I started watching them, they actually were 12-2. They,
You had to look that up, didn't you?
I did look that up, the specific numbers, because I wasn't sure. I knew that back then they were.
Oh, you were watching football in a 14-game season?
They were a fucking to be reckoned with.
Of course. And they
You
were
know?
in the 90s too. But Coach Jones thinks he's better coach. And I think the guy's a fantastic general manager. I think he's a great
Yeah,
general manager.
Yeah. I mean, he's a good.
He just needs to
businessman.
stay out of the football operations.
Right, yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, that's enough of that. Nobody listens to us for sports. So
Okay. Well, I did just want to get that
awesome.
out there. So,
Well, I love you. Thanks for listening.
Hey, no problem.
Thanks for being here with me.
Hey, no problem.
So if you have any questions or comments, send us an email, me and Mrs. Always Right at gmail.com. Complaints always go to the intern Trevor. I did notice
Yes.
you host another podcast. You never call him the intern.
Yeah, I think we do.
Think you don't. But anyway,
I'll have to double check.
go ahead with
that.
your line.
Okay. So you can also find us on Facebook or Instagram at Me and Mrs. Always Right.
And become a Patreon member so I can buy more beer, buy more equipment. I need to go Pro 10.
No, he technically really wants to buy more moonshine.
Oh, yeah. Number one, become a Patreon member at patreon.com, me and Mrs. Always Right. And thanks for mentioning that, because I forgot to mention
Uh-oh. Yes.
Cody's fine flavored moonshine
Right. I know he has pineapple,
and crusty peach cobbler.
crustless,
Crusty. That shit is good.
but it doesn't have crust. I want to make a peach
It has everything
cobbler.
but crust.
I know. If I went in there right now and made a peach cobbler, would you eat it? Do you like peach cobbler?
No.
Why?
I don't
What the
know.
fuck is wrong with you?
Will it taste like that moonshine?
Only it has crust, like
Sure,
a
I'll
pie
try it.
crust on it. Have you never had peach cobbler?
No.
What the fuck?
I mean, I've had peach cobbler moonshine.
You've never had? Have you?
Okay, wait, what the fuck? No. I mean, no.
Wow. Apple pie, peach
Nope.
pie.
Won't eat apple pie. I don't like the way the crust looks. I don't like fruit pies. I don't like fruit pies. Because you have to cook the fruit. You have to cook the fruit and it looks disgusting.
No, it doesn't.
It really does.
Okay.
It just looks
Whatever.
disgusting.
Well,
But that moonshine is good, and if you need moonshine, drop me an email. I'll get you on the hookup.
Yeah. Yes, that peach is good.
And if Mama says it's good and drinks it, you know it's good.
Yes, because I'm not a big drinker. So, yeah, that's awesome. Okay.
All right. Well, I love you.
Well, I love you too, honey.
All right. I'll talk to you later.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.